Good evening, everyone. I am Sri here. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes.
I'd like to take a roll
Yes.
call before starting this meeting. Eugene,
Here.
Winnie,
Yes.
Kain,
Yes.
Here.
Sein,
Present.
Minjen.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. The purpose of our conference video call today is actually because one of our member, who is Kain, she's on a business trip at Italy. So, Kain, do you enjoy the trip?
Yes, this trip is very enjoyable.
Nice to hear that. As we know, the objective of our meeting today is actually to follow up whether our company is able to sustain the expenses of the three projects that we have already discussed in the previous meeting. Before I go any further, I'd like to go through the minutes of our last meeting. Are there any corrections or additions to the meeting?
No.
No.
Since there are no changes in the minutes, can someone approve that?
I can approve the minutes.
Thank you. Can anyone else second that?
I second that.
Thank you. So, the minutes I approved. Moving on our agenda. Have all of you received a copy of our agenda?
Yes.
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 Okay. Thank you. There are 4 items on the agenda. The first item is on how to go through the company's overall revenue. The second item is to follow up on how to make the work environment safer. The third item on the agenda will be follow up on how to make the work environment disabled friendly. And the last item is to follow up on how to make the work environment friendly. Eugene, will you take the minutes?
Sure, no problem.
Thank you, Eugene. Let's move on to our first item today, which is on the overall company's revenue. Should we start from the financial department?
Okay. Well, so based on the last year revenue in 2017 that I have emailed to each of you, gross profit of our KidTech company increased by 20% from 193.8 billion to 232.6 billion. All of you can refer to the income statement on the table 1.2, which state clearly about the company's profit after deducting all the total expenses. Besides that, you also can refer to the cash flow statement on the table 1.3 if you exactly want to see how much our company received and spent over a period of month. So I think our company finance are able to sustain the expenses of the three projects.
That's a very great news. Since we can sustain all the 3 projects, glad to hear that it was all our hard work, I believe. I would like to take an opportunity to thank all of you. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Ong. Is there any other opinions on this matter?
No.
So we shall move on to our next item. Our next item is on the follow-up on how to make our work environment safer. I have assigned Winnie, if I'm not mistaken. Winnie, can you briefly explain about the progress so far?
Sure. So regarding the safety of the working environment, I had got the reports from each department. So for the training department, Kiayin has come up with a detailed safety training plan and also the job analysis. And Minjin from the Department of Infrastructure, who proposed on including safety equipments in our working building, had contacted a construction company for the installation. And for the Department of Public Relation, Eugene had recommended using Horizon for the awareness video, and the progress goes well. Lastly, I want to talk about the budget for the ergonomic chairs. The minimum price for an ergonomic chair is about 150 ringgit, which is considering expensive compared to the other normal chairs. However, I have managed to get a discount from the EC company, which will give us a lower price for the chairs. So that will be all from me. The decision will be settled once confirmed with the finance department.
Thank you, Winnie. I do agree with you. The decision should be settled once informed with the finance department. So Cain, could you please elaborate more on your proposal about the safety training plan?
Sure. I think all of you had already received the email regarding on the job safety analysis report and the safety training proposal that I have mentioned during the previous meeting. As you click into the job safety analysis report, you can see there is a list name that lists out several occupations that need extra training compared to others such as electricians. The content of safety training will be modified for high-risk employees to make sure they know how to handle during an emergency situation. For the safety training proposal, I have listed out several contents or sub-training that need to be carried out during the safety training. As you can see from the proposal, the contents include health and safety, fire safety, infection control, and food hygiene. The date and place proposed for our training are 15th of June, which is Thursday in our main meeting room.
Sorry, Cain, may I interrupt you?
Sure.
Aside from health and safety, fire safety, infection control, and also food hygiene that you have mentioned just now, can you also include electrical hazards? Because as we are from the construction company, I think we should have electrical hazards. Can you please include that?
Thank you for a reminder. I will include electrical safety in the training content. For now, I have invited some professional speakers for our training, and the details are already included in the last page of the proposal. Thus, the budget for this training is about 6,500 ringgit. This budget includes fees for those speakers, meals for both our employees and person in charge, and also materials that are needed during the training. Okay, so this is all from my department.
Thank you very much, Cain. How about Minjun?
As for my part, I have already included the installation plan, which I have divided it into 3 phases, which are the pre-installation phase, the installation phase, and also the maintenance phase. So all these 3 phases will have the working schedule. I have included inside. And as for the floor plan, I have also included with the specific equipments to be installed in certain areas, which I have referred to our company's policy. That's all from me.
Thank you very much, Minjun. How about from Eugene?
For my part, I actually have suggested that we should install the horizon screen, right? Yeah, so I have actually gone through the quotation with this horizon company, and actually I found that it requires us to actually pay 18,000 ringgit Malaysia for a month, which is, I feel it's a bit expensive that I believe that our company can't really support that much of money to install the video. But for the video, we actually have progressed on translating all the informations that we actually put, like the rules and regulations, the safety precaution that our employees can make in video form, which is, I feel that we are in the progressing state.
Sorry to interrupt, Eugene. I think
Yeah.
it's a bit too expensive. Do you have other alternative ways of implementing this initiative?
Yeah, for the video, right, actually I've thought of putting it in our company interface where we can save the cost in buying all those video kind of horizon screen, but instead we can put it all our videos of the infography or the awareness video in our interface where our employees can actually go through wherever they come in and log into our company interface. That is one of the alternative way that we can actually implement this initiative.
I think this is better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eugene. How about from Ong?
Okay. Yes, that's good to hear that Winnie, you are managed to get the lower price of the ergonomic chair from the EC company. And thank you so much for your efforts, and also other department as well. Regarding the proposal that Winnie has sent to me just now, and our company finance are able to sustain the expenses which may allocate around like 20.5 billion for this project. So we can carry on for this project.
That's a good news, Ong. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, does anyone have anything to add on for this item?
No.
Does everyone agree?
Yes.
So, if there is no addition for item 2, the focus on how to make our work environment safer will be still monitored by Winnie. We shall proceed to next item on the agenda, which is on how to make the work environment disabled friendly.
Thank you, Sri. As for the how to make the environment disabled friendly, the updates are first of all is from the PR, which Eugene has successfully managed to secure a partnership with a company that's able to provide us with disabled friendly in equipments. So I would like to ask Eugene to further elaborate on this. Could you please?
Yeah, sure. So, based on my research and my contact with this company, which called the Plus Resource Center, this center actually help companies or institutions in giving advice on disabled facilities and also providing equipment. And the main idea of this company is actually to spread awareness on accessibility for the disabled employees. Thus, they provide minimum charges for their service and also equipment to encourage more company to implement disabled-friendly workplace. And I feel this company actually are willing to partner with us in order to provide us the equipment and also the facilities in giving advice on how do we place this facility, how do we actually go on with the layout and stuff. Yeah.
Thank you, Eugene, for the explanation and also successfully having the partnership with the company. And
Yeah.
the second updates will be from the training officer. So, Kain, could you please explain your role for this?
Okay. I would like to talk about ethic training for our employees. The purpose of this training is to train our employees so that they know how to best interact with other disabled workers. Through this training, I believe that our employee will be able to help them in the company and also during the emergency situations such as fire. The budget allocated for this ethic training costs about 5,000 ringgit, including meals, fees for the speakers, and materials needed in the training.
Oh, and I would like to add on some suggestion which Kain can consider to include some bonding session or sharing session for the employees so that they can enhance their relationship between the employees and also the disabled employees, and also to boost their confidence so that they can work more confidently.
Yeah.
This is a
That's,
good idea. I will consider your suggestions. Thank you, Mingjian.
yeah. So that's all for our part in making our working environment disabled friendly.
Thank you very much, Minjan and Kain. Great ideas instead. So, how about from the financial department? How do you find this?
Actually, I totally agree with what Minjan has said just now, and we need to care the feeling of the disabled-friendly employee by listening to them. What I want to say is this project is really need a really high budget to carry out that include those parking spaces, elevator, wheelchair, and so on. Although our company may partnership with the Plus Resource Center, as Eugene mentioned just now, which can give advice for this project, and therefore the finance may allocate about the 31 millions for this project.
Can you clarify that? Did I hear 31 million?
Yeah, because this project include really a big project, so we need to invest more the finance on this.
Thank you very much, Ong, for clarifying it. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So we should move on to our last item, which is on how to make our work, on the follow-up to make our work environment friendly, eco-friendly. So for this part, I have assigned Eugene. So could you please elaborate, Eugene?
Sure. Okay, thank you, Sri. So coming to this session, I would like to update a few things. Previously, I've suggested that we can actually collaborate with environmental NGO. There's a few NGO that I've contacted and they found very interesting in actually collaborating with us. For example, Malaysia Nature Society, Econite, and also Miracle. By collaborating, we actually achieve a higher target audience and also we can share more ideas regarding on environmental effort. One of the event that is held by Eco Night, which is Green Festival. Through this event, we can actually encourage our employee to volunteer and also to participate in this event. And we're also proposing to organize a green month in our company next month, which everyone can practice living a green lifestyle throughout the whole collaboration that we have gone through, and also that they have learned. And as the green initiative for infrastructure aspect, I will pass the time to Mingjian for the update.
Okay, thank you, Eugene. As what I have mentioned in our previous meeting, which I will incorporate the green building concept. So I have prepared a proposal on the planning, design, and also construction strategies for this concept. First of all, I will be focusing on the building system design in the lighting system, where we can optimize the lighting, the daylight, and also the view, so that we can reduce the usage of electricity during the daytime. And as for the mechanical design, we have already agreed during our previous meeting to use energy saving electrical appliances, which we can find in many companies. And I have also added a new element, which is the renewable energy, as we can design and build the solar heat and light. So I would like to ask some feedbacks whether we can do this for the renewable energy. Is everyone agree on this?
Yeah,
I do
that's a
agree.
great idea.
Yes. It was a good idea from Minjian. Does anyone else has anything to add on?
Yes,
No.
I really like the idea of the Eugene suggests that our company may collaborate with the environment NGO, and also Mingjian has just said just now about the electric energy saving. So for right now, this project I have considered only need a small budget compared to other projects. So maybe I will allocate about 17 million for this project only. Is it
So
okay?
I think it will be better to discuss about this in depth in the next follow-up meeting. Do you agree with that, Om?
Yeah, maybe can.
So does anyone has anything to add on?
No.
No.
Thank you very much. I think we have already discussed about all the items on the agenda. Firstly, the follow-up on how to make the work environment safer will be still monitored by Winnie, and second one will be still monitored by Minjen, and the third on how to make the work environment eco-friendly is still monitored by Eugene. Does everyone agree?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Can we all set a date for next follow-up meeting, which I propose on next Tuesday, on 7th of April?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So does everyone agree, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you everyone for your cooperation. The meeting is adjourned.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.